Good day, viewers at home. You are welcome to my channel. This is Headway Stitches. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to determine the perfect crotch length and extension for different thigh sizes when cutting a rope trouser. So you have to get this thing right because this determines the comfort, the fit, and the movement of your client. So, without wasting much of your time, I'll be showing you the charts. I've written out the charts, the thigh, the crotch length, and the extension, so that each time you want to work on this, you can make use of these charts and then have your perfect measurement without any issue. So here, I'll be teaching you how to apply this thing. The reason why you have to watch to the end. So the application on how to apply each of the values we have here. So I will pick one as an example to see how you make use of it while cutting a rope trouser. So if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and then don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that each time I upload a new video, you will always get notified. And if you are returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate. Please don't forget to like and share too, and then don't forget to share your thoughts on this thing when you finally try one. Thank you so much. So let's cut to the chase now. So I have this chart with me. You can copy it and start using it. So it is well simplified based on my experience. So now I have here I have thigh, or you call it laps, depending on what you call it. Then mind you, all these values you have here, they are in inches. They are in inches. So I have crotch length here, and I have crotch extension. This one is just the curve you had after your crotch length. So this is the crotch extension. So while dealing with if your laps is 14 to 16, so this will work perfectly well. So either you use 7 or 7.5. Probably between 15 to 16 you can use 7.5, and this 14 you can use 7. Even if you have a newborn baby, so 7 will still work for it, because that kind of a baby is going to use pampers. So for enough allowance, or for enough space for the pampers, so that pampers will be able to accommodate, so you have to use 7. That's the least you can have. So, and the extension is going to be 2. So we have for 17 or 18, you can use between 8, you can use 8, you can use 8.5, you can use 8.5 quarter, you can use 9. So you use between this point, and then your extension is as well too. So for this one too, you can use between 10 to 10.5. So 21 to 22, you can use 11 inches as your crotch length. Then extension, you have 2. But when you have 23 to 24, so you use 11.5, it will work perfectly well, and then let your extension be 2 quarter. That is 2.25. That is 2 quarter. So 2 quarter, you have this one on your disc. So here is 2 quarter. Here is 2, and then 2 quarter is here. This is your 2 quarter. And if you have your thigh is between 25 to 30, 12 inches will work perfectly well. 12 inches will work perfectly well, and you use your extension to be 2.5. So, and if you like, you can still use 12.5 if it is up to 30 to 35, 21, 31. So when it is 31, the highest thigh I've ever worked with is 31. So if you have 31, then you can use 12.5, and you let your extension be 12.5, 2.5 as well. So this thing will still work perfectly well. This measurement for 30 and then 31, 12.5 will work perfectly well, and then this 2.5 inches will work as extension perfectly well without any issue. So let's quickly move on to the application of this now without bothering you. So let's use this in cutting a rope trouser. So here I have my tools with me. I have my arm hook off, pants, pant cuff, and my ruler. So these are the tools you'll be making use for this tutorial. So the first thing you are going to do is just to turn your fabric to the other side. Don't forget, here is the selvage. You fold along this side. Here is the selvage. So you turn it to the rough side. So the first thing you are going to do, I have the client measurement. My client measurement, I have the thigh measurement to be 27. That's the thigh measurement. And I have the length of my client to be 38. 38. So the first thing we are going to do is just to measure your folding allowance. If this place is not straight, make sure it is straight. So your folding allowance, you can use 3, you can use 3.5, you can use 4, whatever. I'm using 3 now as my folding allowance. So I have my folding allowance to be 3. So should in case of any issue, but with this method you won't have issue. So now the length, I have folding allowance to be 3. I've marked that one out. The length of my client is 38. So I will measure my 38. 38. So the band is cutting together to it. So I will be adding 2 inches. 2 inches for folding allowance. At this point, that is where I'm going to put my rope. The folding for rope, 2 inches. I want to believe we are going together. So now, the thigh measurement I have is 27. 27. For that 27 now, I'll be using 12 inches. Using that chart now, I'll be using 12 inches. 12 inches. Don't forget, your 12 inches is starting from here, not from this place. This one is just folding. You use this one to fold. So I have 12 inches. Then after that, the next thing you are going to do, you are going to come down by 2 inches. 2 inches. This one is your crotch length. So now you come down by 2 inches. These 2 inches, that is where you place your thigh measurement. Because while taking thigh measurement, you don't always have access to the inner thigh. So for that reason, you come down a bit by 2 inches, and then that is where you place your thigh measurement. So I have my thigh measurement, thigh line here. So I will now place my thigh measurement. My thigh measurement is 27. So that 27, it is going to be divided into 2. So that is going to be 13.5. So I will have my 13.5. 13.5. Pay attention here. You have to pay attention here, please. 13.5. When I divided this one into 2, the thigh measurement divided by 2, I have 13.5. So this 13.5 now, I'm now going to add 1 to it, 1 inch to that 13.5. That's going to be 14.5. That 14.5 now, you place it at on this crotch line. Place it on this crotch line. So now you are now going to bring out your ease. You bring out your ease. Don't forget, ease for this particular measurement, 25. The thigh is 25. The ease we use for this one is 2.5. 2.5. So you are going to take away 2.5. That is from here, measure 2.5 away. Can you see it clearly now? So your extension now is 2.5. Crotch extension is 2.5. 2.5. So you draw this one straight up, but you can just measure from here to here. What is left? is 48. What is left is 48. That 48 now, you take it up. Sorry, 48. That is 12. I have 12 here. What is left here is 12. So this 12 now, you take it up. Measure 12 here too. And then you draw your straight line. You connect the points together. So here is your extension, crotch extension. Now, the same measurement you have here for your extension, it is what you are going to measure here. You raise it by 2.5. If you use 2 here, you are going to use 2 here. So the next thing is just to connect this point and this point together using your cuff. So now, the next thing you are going to do is just to take away 1 here, mark 1 here. This one, that is where you are going to put your rope or elastic. The reason why we make it 1 is because we always put elastic, and the wideness of elastic we normally put is 1 inch wide. So that's the reason why we make it 1 inch here. So at this other side here, that is where you are going to put your pockets. So from this line, from this line, you come down by 2 inches. Then from that 2 inches, you measure your 7. That is conventional pocket size, 7. But if you are dealing with kids, you can use between 6 or 5, 5 or 6. So I have 7. Then we are done with this upper part of the trouser. So let's move on to the down part of the trouser. Okay. So you take away at that part, take away 1 here. Take away 1. That is, you measure 1 here. Then you will now measure whatever you want your bottom of the trouser to be. So I'll be using 7.5 here. Then you add 1 inch. 1 inch. You add 1 inch here as allowance. Here, I don't put my allowance at the back. The reason why I don't put my allowance at the back is just this.
So with this method, you are going to achieve this. You're sewing at the center instead of having it at the side like this.
So now you had 1 inch allowance. So now the next thing is just to connect the point. Connect them. You draw a straight line up here. Draw a straight line up, and this point connect it to this tie line. So now what you are going to do now is this. You come up by, from this point, come up by 6 inches or 5 inches. 6 inches or 5 inches, depending on how lengthy the length of your trouser. So if your length of your trouser is short, you can use 5 inches. So now you will now connect this point, and this point. You connect them together, and you are done. So the next thing is just to cut it out. Please don't go anywhere. You have to watch how we cut the back side of the trouser, so that you will always have perfect results. So notch this place, you notch it by half. Please, half. It shouldn't be more than half, because that's the half you are going to use to sew this. So you are going to use half to sew this side, then half to sew this side. That is the reason why you have 1 inch as allowance. Half for this side, half for this side. So you notch this area too. This point, notch it half. So let's now cut the back panel of the trouser. So now here we go. So you turn this one, you turn this to the other side as usual. So what you are going to do here is very simple and it's just straightforward. So make sure this place is leveled. So now extend this place. This is your crotch line. Extend it. And then you make sure you leave them 1 inch. That's your allowance. 1 inch here. 1 inch. Then here, 1 inch. Allowance. So draw this 1 inch, draw it downward. So now, don't forget from this line, you raise this one by 2.5, measure that 2.5. Then connect this point to this. Now, what you are going to do next is just to connect this point to this 6 inches. You mark the other time. That point where you have 6 inches, connect it. And you are done. So the next thing is just to cut it out. With this, you have solved so many problems. So here, you seated your perfect rope trouser. So, if you find this video useful, don't forget to like and share. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and then don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that each time I upload a new video, you will always get notified.